Truthy Falsy is a concept that is not standard in all programming languages. Generally speaking, when we work with conditionals, such as in an if statement, we are always working with Booleans. But TypeScript allows us to provide values that aren't Booleans. For example, what happens if we just say if 70? Will this code even run? And if it runs, what will it print? Will this be true? Or will it be false? When we run the code, we see that it is actually true. What's going on here is the value 70 evaluates to true in a Boolean context. This is the concept of Truthy Falsy values. To demonstrate this further, I've created a function. The function will be print truthy value, we'll provide it a value, and in the function, we'll log the value, the type of the value, and we'll log whether it evaluates to true or false. Remember that the single explanation is the not operator. If we have two exclamation marks, they will effectively cancel each other out, but this will force the value into its Boolean context and print out what its Truthy Falsy value is. Truthy Falsy values are actually pretty easy to understand, as you only need to remember which values are falsy, and then everything else is going to be a truthy value. So the values that are falsy are going to be 0, null, undefined, empty string, not a number, and of course the Boolean false. Not a number would be returned by doing something such as the number 5 multiplied by the string apple. In TypeScript, this isn't even allowed, so you're generally not going to see not a number. Perhaps you would more commonly see it when working with JavaScript, where you don't have as much type safety. But we ran this code to verify, and we can see that 0 of type number evaluates to false, null is false, undefined is false, empty string is false, not a number is false, and of course the Boolean false is false. To illustrate some of the truthy values, I've written some additional scenarios. We'll see that every number, regardless of positive or negative, decimal or not decimal, will evaluate to true. Every string other than empty string will evaluate to true. This would include the string false. Objects will evaluate to true. Arrays will evaluate to true. And even functions will evaluate to true. We can see that because we invoked the function print truthy value, and we provided it itself, which is the function print truthy value. And in the console, we can see the function print truthy value of type function evaluates to true. So Truthy Falsy is a pretty simple concept. It pretty much just says, in a Boolean context, what will values evaluate to? And every value will either evaluate to true or false. Conveniently, you only need to remember the 6 values that evaluate to false, as everything else will evaluate to true.